sufficiently to endure the sufferings of the hells, of animal births, and the world of Yama. Out of regard for beings to renounce the merit gained from morality. Though it had been piled up for hundreds of eons, to be reborn in the family of the Buddha, to achieve the 80 minor characteristics and the 32 marks of a Superman. Associated with the vow, and like a wishing jewel. To achieve the body of a Buddha, to step onto stage of a crown prince, never to be without the Buddhas and bodhisattvas. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants with one single voice to instruct countless world systems in each one of the 10 directions. To ensure the unbroken tradition of the triple jewel, to foster in himself all the wholesome roots which will enable him to respect, honor, revere, and worship the tathagatas. Associated with the powers, and like the sun. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to fulfill the wishes of all beings for food, drink, garments, perfumes, garlands, flowers, incense, medicinal powders, ointments, beds, seats, houses, money, grain, ornaments, jewels, gems, pearls, lapis lazuli, shells, quartz, coral, gold, silver, groves, kingdoms, etc. To establish in the 6 perfections all beings in the world which has as its highest development the Dharma element, and the space element as its terminus limit. To make one single production of a skillful thought unfailing until the time when full enlightenment is reached on the terrace of enlightenment. To be praised by the Buddhas and Lords in the 10 directions. Associated with cognition, and like a sweet song. To be trained in the 18 kinds of emptiness, i.e., the emptiness of the subject, etc. To look through to the suchness of all dharmas, to the suchness of all dharmas, to the suchness of the dharma element, etc. 2. The suchness of all reality limits, to cognize in the great trichliocosm the atomic entities of earth, water, fire, and air. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, when coursing in perfect wisdom, knows that a gift thus given is fruitful. When he has thus given a gift, he is reborn in good families, i.e., among warriors, Brahmins or householders, or among various kinds of gods. Such a gift is also conducive to the acquisition of the first trance, and so on to the 8th trance, to the acquisition of the 37 dharmas which act as wings to enlightenment, of the fruit of a stream winner, etc. 2. To acquisition of pratyeka Buddhahood, the full Buddhahood. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being who courses in perfect wisdom, should know that gift thus given with skill in means fulfills the perfection of giving. And so with the other 5 perfections. Sariputra. How is the perfection of giving fulfilled by a bodhisattva, a great being who gives a gift, and how the other 5 perfections? The Lord. The perfection of giving is fulfilled when gift, giver, and receiver are not taken as a basis. The perfection of morality through not transgressing into either offense or non-offense. The perfection of patience through imperturbability. The perfection of vigor through indefatigability of body and mind. The perfection of meditation by the absence of distractions and representation. The perfection of wisdom by wisely knowing all dharmas without looking for definite facts. In this way are the 6 perfections fulfilled by a bodhisattva, a great being who gives a gift. In the same way are all the 6 perfections fulfilled in the perfection of morality, etc. To the perfection of wisdom. Associated with the super-knowledges, and like a great king. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to transcend, through the production of one single thought, countless world systems in each of the 10 directions. To lift, with the fine point of the tip of a hair split 100-fold, all the watery element in the great trichliocosm that there is in the great oceans, in rivers great and small, in ponds and pools, without, however, wanting to hurt the beings inhabiting it. To blow out with one mighty breath from his mouth the fires in the great tricholiocosm, which is all aflame with the universal conflagration raging at the end of an eon. To cover with the tip of the joint of one single finger the all-shaking whirlwind which, when it proceeds, shakes, disperses, and reduces to dust the entire earth and all the mountains, beginning with Sumeru, the great Sumeru, the mountain rings, the great mountain rings, to irradiate during one single session of cross-legged meditation the entire space element in the great tricholiocosm. After he has with one single hair tied up and uplifted the mountains in the great tricholiocosm, i.e. Sumeru, the great Sumeru, the mountain rings, the great mountain rings, etc. To hurl them forth beyond countless world systems. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants, in each of the 10 directions, in all Buddha fields, to see the Buddhas and Lords with the heavenly eye, to hear their demonstration of Dharma with the heavenly ear, to know the thoughts and doings of all beings, to remember their former lives, to call forth the super-knowledge of the cognition of the extinction of the outflows, and to realize the reality limit associated with the equipment with cognition and merit, and like a storehouse of jewelry. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to present with one single alms bowl all the Buddhas and Lords, together with their congregations of disciples, as many as there are in the world systems, countless as the sands of the Ganges, in each single direction. And equally so a bodhisattva, a great being who wants to honor, respect, revere, and worship those tathagatas with showers of flowers, incense, perfumes, garlands, unguents, aromatic powders, strips of cloth, parasols, flags and streamers. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to establish all beings in countless world systems, in each one of the 10 directions, in the 5 portions of the Dharma, i.e. in morality, concentration, wisdom, liberation, the vision and cognition of liberation, in the fruit of a stream winner, etc. 2. In pratyeka Buddha enlightenment, etc. 2. In the realm of nirvana which leaves nothing behind, associated with the wings of enlightenment, and like a highway. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to gain the Buddha qualities of the past, future, and present Buddhas and Lords, to go beyond the contrast of conditioned and unconditioned dharmas, to look through to the suchness of all dharmas past, future, and present, and to reach the non-production limit, associated with calming down and insight, and like a chariot, to win precedence over all disciples and pratyeka Buddhas, to become an attendant of the Buddhas and Lords, to belong to the intimate retinue of the Buddhas and Lords, to have a great retinue, and to acquire a retinue of bodhisattvas, and to purify the donations made by others. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to suppress all thought of meanness, to prevent all thought of immorality and of ill will from ever recurring, to abandon all thought of indolence, to prevent all distracted thoughts and all stupid thoughts from ever recurring. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to establish all beings in the foundation of meritorious work consisting in giving, in the foundation of meritorious work consisting in morality, in the foundation of meritorious work consisting in meditational development, in the foundation of meritorious work connected with the service, in the foundation of meritorious work derived from material gifts given in faith to the Tathagata. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to produce the 5 eyes, i.e. the fleshly eye, the heavenly eye, the wisdom eye, the Dharma eye, the Buddha eye, to see, in each of the 10 directions, with the heavenly eye the Buddhas and Lords, countless like the sands of the Ganges, to hear, with the heavenly ear, the Dharmas which those Buddhas and Lords teach, to comprehend, with his heart, as it really is, the thought of those Buddhas and Lords, to recall the bodhisattvahood connected with their previous lives of those Buddhas and Lords, and to see the display of their wonder-working power. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to keep in mind, until he fully awakens to enlightenment, by the assumption of the power of unbroken memory, all the dharmas which the Buddhas, the Lords, teach in all the 10 directions in all the world systems, after he has heard them. To see the Buddha fields of the past Buddhas and Lords, of the future Buddhas and Lords, and of those Buddhas and Lords who just now in the world, in all the 10 directions, stand, hold, and maintain themselves, associated with the inspiration of the Dharanis, and like unto a fountain. To learn whatever has been taught, or is being taught, or will be taught by the Buddhas, the Lords in the 10 directions, i.e. the discourses. Discourses in prose and verse mingled. Predictions. Verses. Summaries. Origins. Thus was said. Birth stories. Expanded texts, marvels, tales, expositions, and what has not been heard by the disciples, to bear it in mind, to preach it, to progress to its thusness, and to illuminate it in detail for others. Associated with the bestowal of Dharma and like a delightful sound. Moreover, a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in perfect wisdom if he wants to illuminate, in each one of the 10 directions, in world systems countless like the sands of the